Hey everybody, welcome back to another Deck Profile Friday. I know a lot of you are, probably enjoying the stream via the Pokemon Company of the Pokemon World Championships, not just the TCG, right? Which is, obviously the main focus here, but, even the VGC, Go and Unite. Right? Hopefully you're all enjoying that. Just awesome to see so many people come together for events like that, right? And first time in Japan, it's definitely a big one, which is awesome. So but as for today's Deck Profile Friday, if you've seen my short from yesterday night, then you would see the deck that I'm going to be profiling, which is a Arceus deck. And this here is probably what I would have played going into the tournament. It's actually pretty similar to the last Arceus deck profile that I did. I think with my tournament report there, the Arceus Duraludon Umbreon. It's very similar, but yet a little bit different, and it's got some spiciness added in. So, without further ado, let's get into it. And to start, we've got the boss himself, the god of all Pokemon, Arceus. We got 3 of the V stars and then 4 of the V. The V's pretty cool, 220 HP, 2 retreat, no resistance, and weakness to fighting. Right, the V-Star has the same bottom half, but increased by 60 HP to 280. The V also has 2 attacks, Trinity Charge for 2 colors. Search your deck for up to 3 basic energy. Attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like. Pretty good. Right, Arceus V-Star does the same thing with Trinity Nova, except it costs 3 energy and it does 200 damage. So, it goes straight from 0 to 200, so that's pretty good. And then the V also has that second attack power edge for 130, so, that's alright. It's good at knocking out like Radiant Pokemon and stuff like that. The V-Star, though, doesn't have a second attack. It's got a ability, and it's literally the most powerful ability in the game, which is Starbirth. And when you use it, you can search your deck for up to 2 cards, any 2 cards, and put them into your hand. I don't know why you would grab 1 card, but you can search for any 2 cards and put them into your hand. And this is such a good ability. It's literally probably the greatest of all time. Yeah, that's why we play it. It's just a big consistency boost as well. A nice 4-3 line. Next, we've got the secondary attacker. We have 2 Umbreon VMax and then 2 Umbreon V, right? Makes sense. So the Umbreon V there, it has 200 HP, 2 retreat cost, no resistance, and a weakness to grass. The VMAX is the same bottom half. However, the HP is increased from 200 to 310. The V is pretty good, actually. Mean Look there does 30, and during your opponent's next turn, they can't retreat. Right, so nice little, tech, right? You can boss something up and Mean Look them, and then just kind of stall them out, right, if they can't switch out. And then Moonlight Blade there for a dark and 2 colors, it does 80. And if it has any damage counters on it, it does 80 more, so it can do 160. The VMAX there, though, has an ability called Dark Signal, which is a boss's orders. It's a gust, right? And this is so good Obviously knocking out things that your opponent needs in play, or something that's heavily damaged that they retreated to the bench. But due to its typing, being in the dark type, right, you can boss up very important Pokemon such as Mew VMax or Gardevoir EX, both of which are weak to Psychic. And then follow up with a max darkness attack. Its attack there for dark and 2 colors to do 160 times 2 for weakness, which is 320, which is a perfect knockout on Gardevoir EX and Mew VMax. So, that's pretty awesome. That's just like a nice all around, one card, play that you can do, which is just awesome. So, great card, great typing right now because it's dark. Just awesome. And that is it for the secondary attacker. That's the main secondary attacker. Now, where things are going to switch up is right here, right? We have a 1-1 Duraludon VMax and a 1-1 Flying Pikachu VMax, right? It used to be a 2-2 Duraludon, but then I switched it to a 1-1, and I did it for a few reasons, which I'll get to when I talk about the Pikachu. But the VMax there and the V have the same weakness and resistance. However, the retreat cost is different. Duraludon VMax pays a colorless more for 3 than the V's 2. The HP is also different. The V has 220 and the VMax is 330, so an increase of 110. The V there has Metal Claw for fighting and metal, does 70, and then breaking swipe for 2 metal and a fighting does 140. And then during your opponent's next turn, the defending Pokemon's attacks do 30 less damage before applying weakness and resistance, so that's pretty cool. But we play it mainly for the VMax, right? Because of Skyscraper, which is a nice special energy counter, right? Prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from your opponent's Pokemon that have special energy attached. And then G-Max Pulverization for a fighting and 2 metal does 220, and it pretty much just goes through anything, which is awesome. But now we have the Pikachu VMax. Okay. The Pikachu VMax and the V, have the same weakness, retreat cost, and resistance. Lightning, fighting, and 0. The HP is different. The V's got 190, and then the VMax has got 310, so an increase of 120. The V's attacks there, Thunder Shock does 20, flip coins if heads, your opponent's Pokemon is paralyzed for lightning. 3 colorless fly does 120, flip a coin. If tails, this attack does nothing. If heads, during your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage all damage from and effects of attacks done to this Pokemon. So it's pretty much invincible for a turn. And then the VMax there, Max Balloon, 160. During your opponent's next turn, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from basic Pokemon. Right? And that there is pretty key. So the reason why on the Switch here was actually for many reasons. One, the Pikachu VMax walls Lost Box, right? They do not play a counter, right? Their only option is Sableye, right? So if we can set this up, we can knock out their Raikou. Sure, the Dragonite has Shred, but if we get that first attack off, right, what are they gonna do? Hit us with Shred for one time. What is it for, like 50 damage, 60 damage? I don't even remember, right? What are they gonna do? Are they gonna hit Shred? No, it's just long term wise, it's just not good for our opponent. Especially if they're playing Lost Box. A nice, easy match there. Lightning type, right, is the other thing. Lightning is really good right now, right? It's great against Lugia V-Star, which is absolutely huge. It's great against the different Palkia decks. Sometimes Palkia comes up, whether it's in a deck by itself. Like I've been seeing like Palkia with Kirlia is kind of like the Palkia and Teleon deck, but Palkia Kirlia. I've been seeing it in PAL, right? It is great against Palkia and Lugia, right? So Palkia, Lugia, and Lost Box. And then the other thing is that it's a PAL counter, right? If they don't have, right, a way to beat Pikachu VMax, right? Whether it be Palkia, whether it be Arceus, right? If you can knock out their Arceus, right, you get an attack off on them, and then they attack you, and then they, then you knock them out, right? The only way they're going to be able to damage you is if they sacrifice their Baxcalibur, and if they don't prepare another one, right, then they lose. Especially when you can put Lost City into play. Lost City, their Baxcalibur, and then Iono them to a really low hand size. And I've seen a lot of lists not play Beebrill, right? You're really gonna hurt him. So I think it just improves the matchup versus PAL, so it's a lot better, right? Because PAL, if you don't have a counter, it's just gonna wipe the floor with you, and it's pretty popular too. So, and that's pretty much the main reasons why I played it. Awesome. So now we're gonna get into the support Pokemon. So that's the main attackers of the deck: Arceus, Umbreon, Duraludon, and Flying Pikachu. We have a Lumineon V there for Luminous Sign. Pretty cool. On decks that you don't one-hit KO, Radiant Alakazam is really helpful for moving the damage around. You probably could replace it with something else. I'm not really too sure what you would do. Maybe like a Radiant Gardevoir, right? Maybe something that kind of fits the energy. And then lastly, a Spiritomb, right? For the Pokemon, decks that use Pokemon V, so Mew VMax, right? It has the Genesect. How many decks play Lumineon right now, right? It's just a great card overall. And that is it for the Pokemon. Hopefully you all enjoyed that. On to the trainer cards. And these are actually pretty much the same as before. For Iono, we both shuffle and place at the bottom and then draw the number of prizes we have left. Triple Boss. Triple Professor's Research, the best draw card in the game, like I've been saying. Right? One Adventurer's Discovery. Searcher 3 Pokemon V. So it's a neat little card. It does add consistency. I've rarely used this card as well. There's always something else that I've rather played. I'd rather play usually one in the top row. There is a Judge, right? Because Judge is really good. Judge is a better, I'd say a better early game card against your opponent. Can hurt you as well, but not terrible. And a Raihan, another really useful card here. This is probably like my favorite support in the deck. I go into this very often, right? And as you should. So it's a good little one of. I could even see you playing 2 because it's that good. Stadium's triple Lost City. Put it into the Lost Zone, the Pokemon that gets knocked out. This is great against Gardevoir, right? You can put their Ralts there. And pretty much any nuisance Pokemon, like a Galarian Zapdos V. Some decks are playing that. Some Lost Box decks, some Arceus decks. Just a great card to put there. And then lastly, a single Path to the Peak to shut down, Pokemon that have abilities. That, the ones that have a rule box, right? There we go. And that is the supporters in the stadiums. Lastly, we're going to get into the regular trainer cards, the item cards, right? Items and tool cards, you can say. We need to make it more consistent, so we play 4 Nest Ball and 4 Ultra Ball, right? Nest Ball. Put a basic from your deck onto the bench. Ultra Balls, discard 2, search for any card, any Pokemon. Really good. I'd love to actually have a little bit more Pokemon search in here, but it's not terrible. Choice Bolt, extra 30 damage done to V Pokemon. Escape Rope, right? Good card. And Switch, right? Another really, really good card that I really like. I really like playing it in here. So, and that is the the Pokemon there. Hopefully, you give it a try and let me know what you think. Let me know if you like what I'm showing here. Right? Let me know if this is working for you. Right? Just let me know what you think. All right. Lastly, onto the energy, and the energy is really cool. I really like my lineup. It's a little techy, but it'll still work. We got 4 double turbo energy, dual energy, 20 less damage done by you. Triple dark for our Umbreon. 2 lightning for the Pikachu, right? We probably don't need the second, but it's really good because it's searchable. Double metal for Duraludon, right? You need that. 1 fighting for the Duraludon, right? So we got enough energy here exactly for the Duraludon. I get a single jet energy. This is like my favorite energy in the game right now, even more than double turbo. I love this card. And it's a great switching option. So a lot of people don't see this coming. And then lastly, my other super spicy tech. 1 single strike energy. And this is good for 2 things, right? So both Umbreon and Duraludon are single strike, right? So they can make use of this card, right? With the Umbreon, right, it hits exactly what you need on the Gardevoir, right? And the Mew VMax with that and a double turbo energy attached, right? It's a perfect pair, right? It hits exactly for 320, which is a knockout. So that's really good. It also, like I said, provides a dark energy, right, which is needed for the cost. It can provide a fighting energy for the Duraludon's cost. And another thing, too, about this card is that, sure, you do have the choice belt, but this is another out to Tyranitar V, because Tyranitar V, I believe, has 230 HP, and you can't hit 230 HP with a Duraludon VMax, right? You can hit 220. So this is another way that you are able to get that knockout on a Tyranitar V. Pretty cool. Pretty spicy. So we only got 8 energies to Trinity Nova, which is, pretty good, but if you're able to, kind of divide it up properly, right, you still have that double turbo, right, to hit the 2 colorless attack costs on Umbreon, Pikachu, and Arceus itself, right? An energy that I'm considering on adding in is maybe V-Guard energy. But I think the format right now is moving away from Vs, so I don't think it's too necessary. And yeah, that is the deck, everybody. So hopefully you all enjoy this spicy Arceus, Umbreon, Duraludon, Pikachu, V, and VMax V-Star list. I absolutely love this thing. This is probably my favorite deck right now. It's super tacky, and it's just a load of fun to play, right? So yeah, but there you go. This is Deck Profile Friday. Don't forget to check out Opening Sunday this weekend, right? We're gonna have some Obsidian Flames. It's gonna be awesome. Right, we're obviously hoping for all the Charizards. I've already got 2 regular ones, so if I can get another 1 or 2 more of those, that'd be super. Or any of the, the special versions, the full art, the I guess the illustration card, the gold one, right? Either or. That I'd be pretty happy with that. I've seen 3 in 1 box happen, so. Anything's possible, right? And, yeah, there'll definitely be a lot more Obsidian Flames after that. And then, yeah, pretty cool. So there you go, everybody. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. As per usual, big giveaway at 250 subscribers. So, yeah, definitely want to get there. And yeah, hopefully you're all enjoying the World Championships and enjoying the stream. I'll be watching it all weekend. So, but yeah, there you go, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.